guys, so today I am filming the beauty scenarios tag, or the beauty scenario tag. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's a new tag here on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I've been seeing it go around recently, and I was like, I want to do this because I love tags and I love beauty, so putting the two together, Clarissa has to do it. So I'm just going to get started with the video. I'm not going to tag anyone specifically. If you want to do it, do it. I'll tag you who's watching. So the first question is, you have to get rid of all your foundations and can only keep one high-end one and one drugstore one. Which do you keep? And I actually haven't tried that many foundations in my lifetime. I've tried a bunch of drugstore and not a bunch of high-end, like maybe one, two high-end. Maybe one. Yep, one. But I've done a lot of research on both before I purchased them, and I actually have both here to show you. For my drugstore one, it is the Revlon Color Stay Makeup Foundation, and I'm in the 180 Sand Beige. This is like my all year round color, not summer color. The cap kind of exploded in there. I don't understand how that happened. This is empty. This is the second bottle, and this is for normal to dry skin. This one's pretty full coverage, and I'm pretty in love with it. When in doubt, if I ever, break out from a foundation, I always go back to this one. My sister's in love with this one too. It's our go-to for, dancing. It stays on all night, for school, going out. Just, this one's great. So that's that one. That ranges for like $8 to $17, $18. Yeah, depending on where you buy it. So drugstore makeup is just getting more expensive. Anyway, my high-end foundation is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. Looks like this. And let me just see how many ounces this one has. This one has 1 fluid ounce, 30 milliliters. This one has 1 fluid ounce, 30 milliliters. Okay, so they both have the same amount of product in each, and this one is like $52. So definitely, know that you do your research before you go buy a foundation like this. I definitely did. I really like full coverage. Can't speak. I really like full coverage foundations. If I wear foundation, it's to cover everything, so I get full coverage. I don't get minimum. It's definitely buildable though. Definitely be careful on what you blend it out with, because that can definitely change the look on your skin, cakey, making it look like you have tons of makeup on, etc, etc. Anyway, this is a great foundation. I'm not going to turn this into a review video, but this is definitely the high-end foundation that I would, what the question asks? This is definitely the one I'd keep. Question number 2 is, you go for an interview and the lady interviewing you has lipstick on her teeth. Do you approach the subject or ignore it completely? And I was actually watching another YouTuber's video of this earlier. It was actually Essie Button, which is Estee here on YouTube. And I'm kind of having the same logic as, I see her logic with this question. So she answered it saying that I wouldn't want to say anything to the interviewer because, first of all, usually when someone's interviewing you, they're at a higher, they're higher in a company than you are going to be. Well, hopefully when you're getting interviewed. And you're there for the interview, not to, I don't want to say sound like you're better than them, but when you point out that you have lipstick on your teeth, like if you point out to someone that they have lipstick on your teeth, it kind of sounds like you're not paying attention, you're distracted, you're paying attention to something else. And you know what I mean? It's just, there's a bunch of things to think about, and you don't know how the interview will take it either. If they'll take it well, or they'll be like, well, why is she worrying about this in my teeth? Thank you, but you know what I mean? And then on the flip side, I see it could be a test. Is this person really going to be honest and tell me I have lipstick on my teeth? Or are they going to completely ignore the subject? I'm definitely not hiring her type thing. So you just don't know. I think, to be on the safe side, I just wouldn't say anything. Although how mean that sounds, I don't consider it mean. I just don't know. I don't think I'd say anything at this point. Usually I would, but to an interviewer, I wouldn't. Question number 3, you're not feeling yourself and need to pick me up. Which lipstick do you put on to make yourself feel beautiful? And for this question, when I'm not feeling myself, I usually don't go put on makeup. I usually take it off, to be honest. I'm just I need to be comfortable in my own skin, and I don't want to plaster stuff on my face. It's just not the time for that. But I mean, if I'm going out, or I just want to feel nicer, more beautiful, I usually go for a hot pink lipstick or a bright Fire Engine red. So the red I usually go for is Love That Red by Revlon. Favorite drugstore lipstick. One of the only ones I've tried though too for reds. So can say the safe for that. And then the other one is this one here that I can show you. It's the Maybelline Vivid lipstick from the Vivids line, and it's in 865 Fuchsia Flash, and it's in the neon packaging, and it is this bright pink. I've worn it in many videos, I'm sure you've seen. Love this color. Definitely my pick me up lipstick when I want to wear bright lips. Question number 4 is, you go back in time for a date to your teenage years. How would you do your hair and makeup differently? Now, I'm still in my teenage years, so I don't even know how to approach that because I've kind of liked how I've always done my makeup, and that doesn't, I'm not trying to come off as cocky, but like I've definitely practiced on what I've, you know, like what suits me, you know, stuff like that. When I was maybe like a preteen, not even a teenager yet, I did make a couple makeup mistakes. I like smudged emerald green eyeshadow under my eyes, and like that's all I wore to school. And I mean, I'm not offending the people out there that, you know, some people actually do that and it looks great on them, but as like a 12-year-old girl going to school with, you know, her like polka dot shirt and, you know, those like cuffed jeans, bell-bottom jeans with like Converse or Rocket Docs. I don't even know if you guys know what shoes those are, but yeah, did not look cute. Question number 5 is, you ask your hairdresser for a shoulder-length Pixie Lott haircut, but they hear wrong and give you a pixie cut. Do you A, smile, say thank you, leave and call your mom hysterical, B, cry in the chair and things get awkward, or C, complain to the manager and demand a refund? And I mean, when I was seeing other people answer this, I just don't understand how you get to the point, like even if they didn't hear you, that they keep cutting and cutting and you don't notice and you don't say anything. Because I'd definitely be the type of person that, you know, just kind of casually slides that in. They're like, are you planning on cutting it any shorter than that? Like I would definitely say something. I just, like, even the buzzing noise, I think of the razor out, like how would you not like realize? I don't understand this question, but as bad as it sounds, I'd probably like complain to the manager, and that sounds bad, and I would demand a refund. I mean, I know hair grows back, but I'm the one that has to live with the short haircut that I didn't want in the first place. And I mean, I don't know, it's definitely their mistake if they heard you wrong, but if you were wrong in communicating the pixie cut with the hairdresser, then it is partially your fault too. So I mean, there's two sides to like every story, but I would probably complain to the manager. That would be my answer. Question number 6 is, your friend surprises you with a 4-day city break. City break. Don't know what that is, but it sounds fun. And you have 1 hour to pack. Which do all palette do you pack in your makeup bag? And for this one, I was thinking between like a bunch of my MAC eyeshadows, single eyeshadows in a palette, or this palette. And I definitely ended up picking this one just because of the array of shades. This one is the Nude Tude palette by The Balm Cosmetics. Definitely talked about this before in videos. It's definitely really dirty and gross, and the mirror shattered. And you can tell the well-loved eyeshadows that have hit pan on. There you have your shimmers and you have your mattes, you have your black and you have your white, which is always, you know, primed to have in a, you know, eyeshadow palette. Great pigmented eyeshadows, can create many looks with this: smoky eyes, neutral eyes, like a cranberry look, a gold look, many different things you can do with this palette. And I definitely have before just bring this on a like a 3-day vacation because it just works wonders. So I would definitely pick this as my go-to all-purpose palette, because I think they said all-purpose like blush and everything palette, but I don't have anything like that. I only have eyeshadow palettes, so that's definitely the one I would pick to go on vacation with. Question number 7 is, your house has been robbed. Don't worry, everyone is safe, but your beauty stash has been raided. What's the product you really hope is safe? And many people would say that they don't mind, well, not that they don't mind, but many things are replaceable that you can repurchase, but there are definitely things I would not want to repurchase just because of how expensive they are. Like example, my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation was not cheap. This palette, again, was not cheap. My MAC eyeshadows in a whole, like all together, not cheap at all. My expensive like highlighting products. For me, it'd be more like my jewelry, like my watches and like my earrings, my like stuff like that. There's definitely other things that I'd want to savor before my makeup, but I definitely see the logic. The more expensive makeup I'd want to take because that's gonna take a little bit longer to, you know, replenish, repurchase, etc. Question number 8 is, your friend borrows your makeup and returns it in awful condition. Do you A, just pretend you haven't noticed, B, ask them to repurchase it, or C, secretly do the same thing to theirs? So the last one's being a sneaky snake. I mean, I would definitely not purposely go and, you know, go break something of theirs just because I was a little bit pissed off that they broke something of mine, but I think that I would passively aggressively mention something, just be like, you know, if I have some cracked eyeshadows, probably be like, oh hey, like, did you drop this from like a 10-story building? No. Or I can see you really loved it. There's nothing left in that little pan there. Yeah. Like, I would casually just slip it in because I don't think it's fair, you know, if someone breaks it, I'm not going to make them replace it. Show that they're sorry, or even, I don't know, they could do something definitely to make it up, not necessarily go repurchase the product. Depending on their excuse on what happened to the product, I would take that into consideration. But yeah, I think that's what I would do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was kind of fun to film. I don't know, beauty scenarios, you never kind of think of these things, but in all actuality, it's like, well, if a robber really did come into my house, what would I, you know, be really annoyed that they take? Anyway, so remember to comment down below, thumbs up this video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, look at everything in the description box, official links, etc. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!